What happens when one of country music's biggest stars sits down for what should be a light and friendly morning show interview, only to find herself blindsided by a barrage of personal questions that cross every line imaginable? Today, we're diving into the explosive moment when Carrie Underwood completely lost her composure on live television, storming off the set of Today with Jenna and friends. What started as innocent celebrity chatter quickly spiraled into one of the most shocking interview meltdowns daytime TV has ever seen. It began like any other morning broadcast. Jenna Bush Hager was in her chair, smiling warmly, preparing for what producers had promised would be a feel-good segment with the country superstar. Carrie was scheduled to promote her latest album, discuss her upcoming tour, and maybe share a heartwarming story or two about family life. The sort of safe, polished content morning shows thrive on. As the cameras rolled, Jenna introduced her, guest with her usual cheerful energy. "We're back with the incredible Carrie Underwood," she said. "Carrie, thank you so much for being here this morning." Carrie, poised and professional, returned the smile. "Thanks for having me, Jenna. I'm always happy to be here." The conversation began as expected. Jenna asked about the new album, and Carrie explained that the songs came from a place of reflection, with themes of growth, change, and moving forward. Her voice carried the warmth her fans know so well. Everything seemed perfectly ordinary. But then Jenna's tone shifted ever so slightly. She acknowledged Carrie's success, the challenges of fame, the scrutiny of living in the public eye. Carrie, still gracious, said she was grateful for both the good and the difficult. But Jenna wasn't done. She leaned in, her expression more serious now, and said, "Let's be honest. There have been some pretty difficult moments, some controversies that must have been hard to navigate." Carrie's smile faltered. She answered carefully, noting that anyone in the public eye deals with scrutiny, but Jenna pressed on. She referenced persistent rumors about Carrie's marriage and professional relationships, alluding to situations that crossed lines. The studio grew tense. Carrie's posture stiffened, her polite smile straining. "Jenna, I think there might be some confusion about what kind of interview this was supposed to be," she said firmly, but Jenna didn't let up. She insisted she was simply having an honest conversation and suggested Carrie's fans deserved transparency. Carrie pushed back. "My fans get honesty from me through my music and the way I live my life. They don't need me to address gossip on morning television." Still, Jenna pushed harder, referencing tabloid photos from a charity event with a married politician. Carrie's face went pale, her voice sharp. "Are you seriously asking me about tabloid photographs right now?" "Yes," Jenna replied coolly. "They raised questions about judgment and boundaries," Carrie snapped. "You want to talk about judgment? Let's talk about the judgment of ambushing a guest with gossip disguised as journalism." The studio was electric with tension. Jenna tried to defend herself, insisting she was giving Carrie an opportunity to set the record straight, but Carrie wasn't having it. "Set the record straight about what? About photographs taken out of context? About lies started by people? Who can't stand to see a successful woman thrive?" Jenna framed it as accountability, suggesting Carrie was deflecting. Carrie shot back, incredulous. "You're accusing me of deflection while ambushing me with gossip? That's not journalism, Jenna. That's tabloid trash." Her co-hosts squirmed in their seats, desperate to steer the conversation back to music and tour dates, but Jenna pressed forward. She asked why the rumors persisted if they weren't true, listing supposed incidents, recording studio meetings, late-night work sessions, parties without her husband. Carrie's voice cracked with disbelief. "Are you seriously keeping tabs? On me like I'm on trial? You're reciting gossip as though it's fact." Jenna claimed she was reporting on credible sources. Carrie demanded specifics. None came. Jenna hid behind journalistic privilege, saying she couldn't reveal her sources. Carrie exploded. "Because they don't exist! This isn't journalism! It's character assassination wrapped up in morning show pleasantries!" Jenna accused Carrie of being overly defensive, which only escalated things further. Carrie stood, microphone wires tugging against her, and declared she had been lied to about the purpose of the interview. She pointed out that she had come in good faith to discuss her music, not to endure an interrogation about her private life. The exchange grew sharper. Jenna sanctimoniously suggested that role models don't get to have privacy, that they owe transparency to fans. Carrie stared at her in disbelief. "You're telling me role models don't get to have boundaries? That women in the public eye don't deserve privacy? That's the example you're setting here?" The co-hosts tried, again to calm the storm, but Jenna pressed one final fatal point, that the rumors raised concerns about family values. That phrase was the breaking point. Carrie went still, her fury deadly calm. "You want to lecture me about family values? You're questioning my commitment to marriage and family while spreading lies about me on live television. You're doing more damage to families right now than any tabloid photo ever could." She ripped off her microphone, gathered her things, and declared the interview over. Jenna tried desperately to backtrack, offering to talk about the album and start over, but Carrie wasn't having it. "You think you can accuse me of being a home wrecker and then pivot to tour dates? No. You don't get to ambush someone and then pretend it didn't happen." The studio descended into chaos. Producers signaled frantically to cut to commercial. Audience members murmured, some recording on their phones. Jenna looked stunned, realizing too late she had crossed a line that couldn't be undone. Carrie delivered one final blow before walking off. "If this is your job, Jenna, then you need a new job. This isn't journalism, this isn't entertainment, it's cruelty dressed up as professionalism." And with that, she stormed out, leaving behind a silenced studio, a humiliated host, and one of the most unforgettable morning show disasters ever captured on camera. The cameras lingered for a few seconds on Jenna's stunned face before cutting away. But the damage was done. In the span of minutes, what should have been a routine celebrity interview had turned into a viral masterclass in how not to conduct an interview. The only question left was how quickly the footage would spread and just how much fallout it would cause for everyone involved. So what did you think of this confrontation? Have you ever seen a celebrity interview spiral this badly? Make sure to subscribe for more unbelievable celebrity moments and tell me in the comments which interview disaster shocked you the most.